Hello, and welcome to episode 19 of 8-Bit Bastards. Joining me this evening for a few minutes is...
Justin.
Jacob.
You'll be here the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you. Justin,
You looked at me. That's my cue to say my name.
Oh. I'll close my eyes when I talk to you. You can't be far away.
I can be loud enough where they can hear me.
It sounded horrible last time.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It didn't.
All right, so this evening we are going to be probably shortened. Brad will be here in a little bit. Justin's leaving in a little bit, and we're going to talk about some games. You still haven't?
We are.
You haven't got GTA?
I won't be getting GTA for anytime soon.
Anytime soon. And then, so we got some games stuff to talk about. I'll wait.
Oh, take your time. I got shit to do. I'm sorry.
I know.
Ah! So much noise.
I'll just edit it all out.
We're not.
Or not. This is raw and uncut bastards. Justin and I were going to talk a lot about GTA. He was going to talk about some other games. I don't know what Brad's going to talk about. You got some stuff to talk about, but no GTA. So that's good, I guess. So it won't be an hour of GTA again, because we kind of rehashed all that. We got a what if question, all that good stuff, some random gameness, and that's about it.
It's always the agenda.
It's always the agenda, the same thing.
I'm no Eeyore. Even with me being in a bad mood, I'm still in a good mood.
Even though I'm in a bad mood, you're going to eat? Seriously?
I have not eaten all day.
Horse shit, I don't believe it.
I haven't.
Nope. It's a lie.
Eat.
Farce.
Tell me real quick about Sonic Dash.
It is a Temple Run type game, but it's Sonic, which is really badass. You collect coins and you run. You know, like when you play the old Sonic games where you would make a fuck ton of noise trying to put your food away?
I love those games.
I've never played that game before.
But like, you know, when Sonic came on Xbox and was Sonic 3D, like, you know, when it would do the back view and you'd run forward, up, and you do like the spirals and shit. It's like that in its entirety, but it's like a temple run, so you have to swipe, you know, to move out of the way, dodge. You can jump and hit stuff with like his dash attack. You can roll under items. You can just hit monsters, not monsters, but the robots. It's fun.
How much is it?
It was free, actually. Microtransaction.
How do they get your money?
Microtransactions?
What do you... Come on, don't be a douche. Elaborate.
I don't ever look at them, so I honestly can't tell you.
Probably power-ups and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I would assume is just power-ups and whatnot.
So what are your powers? Like, which ones do you get default then?
Like the same ones you get in normal Sonic, like the shield, you get boots to run faster. You get a sprint mode, too. The more rings you collect, and that's the thing, too, it's like Sonic. Like, if you get hit once, you lose all your rings. You get hit the second time, you die.
Does he stop and go, ah?
Yeah, he jumps and stop. Like, he'll jump and, like, fly for a second while he jumps in the air and says, ah!
What do the levels look like? Because Temple Run, you're in, like, a temple and stuff.
It's like you're in the Sonic world. Like, you have the nice grassy area, and you're running... It's like you're running the first level of Sonic, but 3D instead of 2D. Like, now Paper Mario, you could switch that 3D view that you would see it from back to forward. That's how it is.
Okay. What are the upgrades? Like, are there upgrades?
I didn't look at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I when I play those games, I do the bare minimum. I never look at any of the microtransaction shit or anything.
So we should change this to cheap bastards.
Yeah.
Are Temple Run games fun in general? Because I've seen
they
them
are.
on the Android marketplace.
My wife and I, we always do like who can go the farthest.
What's your high score? Or rings? How many rings?
I've gotten like 300 or 400 rings before I die usually.
Is that good?
Yeah.
What are the leaderboards?
It's really easy. I never look at the leaderboards.
People cheat on the leaderboards.
Yeah, I never trust leaderboards anyway.
How do you cheat on an iPhone game?
They find ways.
What's the point?
Well, like if
People are
it's
sad.
If it's anything like Minion Run, which is the Despicable Me one that my wife and I used to play a lot of, the more you play, the more you get multipliers for your score. So, like, my wife would always crush me up to a certain point because I didn't have, like, when she would start off a level, she'd have 9 times multiplier.
So she hits one coin and has 9. You hit one coin, you have 1.
I have 3.
3.
So she would always crush my score till I got up to that certain point where I was, neck and neck with her and I would demolish her.
Demolish her.
And the same thing with Sonic, stupid shit like that.
Can you only play as Sonic, or can you unlock
You
other
get
characters?
Tails and Shadow that I've seen, and that's it. But they're locked.
Does
I
the game
unlocked them?
Does the game ever end?
No, it's not one of those.
So you can't beat it. So it's a high score like an Atari game.
Yep.
Are there different levels other than just plain greens or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't done them because I only played the one. I didn't play like hardcore. I played it for like an hour or two, and that was really it.
At work.
Yeah.
So before you leave, tell us about beating GTA.
I finally beat GTA on PS3. It was good. It wasn't great, and I'm sure people will bitch and moan about that. It's another GTA game. That's how I feel. You get 3, and this is kind of I don't necessarily want to spoil it for you, but you get 3 choices at the end, depending on your choice, depending on how the game turns out.
3 endings?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. Is each heist has A way or B way, but the last thing you do has 3 options. And I chose the third option. I don't want to tell you because it'll spoil the game unless you want me to spoil it for you.
I do not.
Fun. It was solid, and the online is awesome.
Really? I've heard the opposite.
The online's good if you have people to play with. If you play by yourself, it's going to be fucking boring. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I played it by myself. I was like, it's okay. But then I played with like 6 friends, and it was really enjoyable because you have the backup. You have a crew because the game is geared that way. If you don't have someone to help you or protect you at certain points of the game, you're going to get fucked up quick.
Now, you said a crew. You said you're going to get rid of your PS3 version and get it on 360. You said you just had 6 people. And that wasn't me, and I'm one of the people that has the game on PS3.
No, I did it. I played last night with my 360 friends, and that was like realistically it was 5 people, and we made a crew.
Okay, you're playing on 360 online.
Yeah, I played the online. I played the PS3 online on first, but it was I just played by myself and didn't play with anyone. I got to like level 6. It was pretty fun. The team deathmatch plays really well. The races are pretty fun. It's just, if you want to play and have a good time, you don't need to be yelled at by Emsa, because you are awful to play games with sometimes.
I know.
Is it just team? Can you just run around the city and cause havoc?
Yeah.
How many people are on those maps?
Yeah.
16. 16 per server.
It's a pretty good number.
Per map.
And people are dropping in, dropping out. There are complaints because it is super glitchy. Like a couple times last night, a buddy of mine couldn't get into mine and my other friend's world. So he had to I had to leave his world and then go to my other buddies for the other one to come in. It was a pain in the ass. But once we actually all got into the same world, it was a lot of fun.
I would think a game on that scale, they're going to have similar glitches to MMOs and that kind of thing.
Yes and no. It's just there's not enough menu, I feel, for you to select your sessions, because everything's session based. You quit a session to join your other friend's session, and then if you come on an hour later, then you're in your own session. You're not going to immediately pop into ours,
right? And
then our session might be full, so we have to leave it and blah 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 blah.
You can't create or host a private map?
I think you can, but then if if it's private, then it's just going to be you and 3 assholes in the world, and that's not necessarily fun. Because a lot of the times, like myself and my other 2 buddies, we stole a helicopter and we just flew around and we just started decimating people. Like, we just saw other players, and like I was in the back and I had my submachine gun, and anyone that I saw I would just start shooting, and that was fun. And then there was a part where we were on a motorcycle, my buddy Logan and I, and he was driving, I was behind because I was going to get my own motorcycle, and a helicopter came down to hit us. Yeah, I did that. Came to hit us, and I spun around and shot the guy out of the air, and the helicopter hit the bike. I fell off and it killed Logan. It's pretty funny. But it's fun. It's a great game. There is a lot of shitty glitches, though.
Not to change the subject up to different games, I haven't played it much, but I played the Battlefield 4 beta, and I shot a guy out of a helicopter, and the helicopter literally flew into a building and destroyed the small building.
You'll have to talk about that game later if you can.
Okay.
I downloaded the beta also, I just haven't played it.
It's
also
really cool.
All right, save that for a little bit later. So Justin and I tried playing a little bit of the GTA Online today, and we didn't get to play much. I really do like some of the features of the PS3. I do. I like all the free stuff you get, and I like PlayStation Plus is what I really like, and I like the compatibility between the PS3 and the PS Vita. But man, how long did it take me to get going? And you told me it would, but it took even a half an hour longer than what you said. You said it would take about an hour to get the online going, because you have to play some tutorial stuff and yada yada yada, and there's story stuff that you cannot skip. But I had to update the system. I was in the game, logged in, and you know how long, you don't know how long it takes, but it takes like a good...
It's about 10 minutes at the absolute most for the actual game to load, but realistically it's about 6 minutes.
Yeah, to start the game up.
I sat here and watched you load.
Yeah, it's long.
It's long. I don't know if it's 6 minutes. That might be exaggerating a little, but it's a few moments, right?
Yeah,
a few minutes. And
for the online?
Well, no. I'm just saying for the game to load up, where I'm standing there as Michael, and then it says, "Oh, you need the update," Or no, it kicked me off online because I hadn't had my PS3 here at the shop for a while, so I had to go into settings and log in to the modem, to the wireless.
Yeah.
So then I go back to the game, and now I'm online finally, and I pull the thing that says, now you need an update, which of course I knew I would need. So I had to go back out of the game again, go back to the menu, get the update. So that takes like another 10 minutes. To load up the game again, it says, oh, now you need a system update. So I had to log back out of the game again, do a system update, which takes like 9 hours on the PS3 for some god-awful reason. And then I finally get the game back uploaded again. And of course, right then, a huge trade walks in. Justin can't play with me, so I'm just like dicking around myself, which is fine because I needed to go through the tutorial. And the tutorial stuff just seemed, I don't know, I didn't get to listen to any of the story or anything. I just kind of blew through it. I don't know.
I wonder why they did that.
What, the story?
The tutorial and having to do
the way
all that
the way
stuff.
that the tutorial goes is you fly into Los Santos and Lamar picks you up. You're a friend of Lamar's. And what it is when the game loads, like, you go do a race with him. But the thing is like, if more people started with him at the exact same time, he would have raced those people too. You do like the first like 2 missions of the tutorial with other people if they load at the same time you do.
Right.
It's fun. I mean,
There were several people in mine.
I would honestly say give it another month or so, and when the glitches were 100% taken out, it's going to be an amazing game.
Oh, yeah.
But do you think in a month with the PS4 and Xbox One coming out that there's still going to be a large crowd playing?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah, because there's as many of there are hardcore fans that are going to buy the new systems. You have to think of all the ones that aren't going to buy it. This was their game for the year, and this is where they're going to stay for a while until they get a new system. Because I don't think they're getting a port. I don't think it's getting a port to Xbox.
No, I don't
One.
think it is either. As far as I know, it's getting a PC port. That's it.
It's out.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah, the PC port's out.
I don't think it is.
We talked about this on the last episode that the AVGN game sold more than the Grand Theft Auto 5
Because
on
it's
PC.
not out. That's why you said that.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Because it's not on certain websites yet to be downloaded.
You looking that up?
Yeah, I'm going to Google it real quick.
Okay, Google that real quick.
Pretty sure.
But the online seemed fun. It seemed like it was just all the single player stuff, but with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're doing car races, but now you're doing it against instead of against computer, you're doing it against live people. Instead of just doing a mission where you're killing a whole bunch of guys and picking up an item, you're gonna fight other people, or they're gonna help you with.
I got a question. I read an article that I'm pretty sure is BS because the guy was saying that the aiming in the game is the worst, and he wrote this whole article, and he has a GIF too. He's standing, and then he goes to lock out to bring out his gun, and it points us straight up. And then at the end of the article, he says, "By the way, this is in free aim mode." So is it as bad as he makes it look?
No.
He
It's
said
kind
the
of in
game's
the
almost
ass
unplayable.
sometimes. No.
They were not gonna understand anything you guys just said.
No, it's not that bad.
You both were talking at the same time.
It's not nearly as that bad because you have it's actually traditional Grand Theft Auto aiming, and it's snap to.
Well, he might have turned Snap 2 off.
Yeah, if he did that, well, I don't know. Then he's a jackass for doing that because it's easy.
Right.
Because it snaps to the person you're trying to shoot. Why would you turn that off?
A lot of people hate that.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, it said November 22nd, supposedly, is GTA 5.
Yeah.
Maybe they were saying AVGN games sold more copies than there are pre-orders for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC.
He was just making a joke.
Oh,
He's right, though.
Yeah, he's right.
it has sold more. If it sold 0, then
Got people to believe it.
the power of media.
Yeah.
But I like the online. It seemed fun once Justin and I got going. It was just, I don't know, I guess you have to get into it and get the money and buy the apartment and buy the cars. I mean, there was a lot of cool features.
That shit is expensive, too. Like, the cheapest apartment I found for rent is like $80K.
See, and that's dumb. I don't understand. I mean, yes, I know they want you to play their game, but they've already made their $1 billion. You've already paid for their $60 game. Why charge these astronomical rates within there? They know you're going to keep playing because you really like the game. Why not put the prices reasonable?
Payday 2. Does the same thing.
Well, no, because not necessarily is because Grand Theft Auto had microtransactions. You could go to Xbox Live or the PlayStation Marketplace and buy GTA money.
This new one? I hate that.
But I heard supposedly they turned it off already. So, because almost at a point there, it's pay to win. If you have all the houses and you can do all this car stuff, then. But I don't know. It's fun because I mean. And that's the thing, you're encouraged to play with people. If you have a crew of 7 people and you do a mission with 7 people, you're going to get like $15K per mission. Like I did one of those races, and there was 5 people I won it and got 10K from one race. But if you do it by yourself, you're only getting like $1,000.
So if you play for a couple hours, you can make quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I played for about 3 or 4 hours last night, and I'm already at like 25K. And I've bought stuff. I bought tattoos. I bought cars. I bought guns. Because you have to buy ammo. You don't just necessarily... You find ammo when you kill someone, but even when you go into a deathmatch, you don't have unlimited ammo. You have the ammo that you have, which is pretty cool.
It seemed like there's a lot to it as well. That I would say it seemed a little lackluster in some regards, but it seemed a little daunting in others that the prices are so high and there's so much to buy and upgrade, you know, with houses and cars. You can low jack your car, you can do all the upgrades to your car, you can upgrade your character to get them to have more stamina and, you know, better shooting and better driving abilities, better stealth, all that. I mean, you can play that game for a really long time.
They've said as long as there's a community that will play it, they will release DLC.
But what DLC? Just like new missions?
New missions, new cars, maybe a new area.
New radio station list too.
You know what I mean, like something.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is you can literally, like, my buddy and Steve last night, we were playing and we got bored. We sat on a building, and anytime someone ran by, we just fucking annihilated them. And you know, if someone gets shot, they're not going to run away and never come back. So you get 3 or 4 people coming at you, and it's pretty fun. And then we followed this one guy we were going to kill him. He started a gang war. So this random NPC started coming and attacking Steve and I, and then he just ran off, so he didn't die.
That's kind of crappy.
I was just like, what the fuck? We beat it, though. It was pretty fun. It was awesome. There's stupid shit like that's fun. It's playing with other people makes it fun. By yourself, it's kind of boring.
I could see that.
Can you talk to that guy?
Yeah.
Like, is there cross...
If you're not in party chat, the cool thing is, too, and especially like when you rob places, like you'll go into like a supermarket, put the gun in the guy's face, and if you're just in the normal GTA chat, when you talk, your character's mouth moves.
Really?
Yeah, your character talks.
Well, we were playing here in the store, so I never got to see that.
Yeah, your character will talk if you have a mic and headset on. And then the cool thing is, too, is you have to intimidate the clerk, so you can yell at him to make him put the money in the bag faster.
Yeah, I was yelling at this TV, it didn't do anything.
Because you didn't have a mic.
I do have a crappy mic.
This is just... I know you guys don't play PC games, but this is Arma 3. Arma is like a military simulator, and you can talk to people and mess with giant world. And you can do that. You can sit on top of buildings and snipe people. And
well, they did that one zombie game that was
Daisy.
off the Arma. Yeah,
Yep.
They did that off the Arma engine.
Have you noticed, because you did mention last time that you felt the world wasn't as large as they proclaimed it to be, do you feel now that you play the online, you feel...
No, I still think it's small. You can do impromptu races, like if Logan and I, we both steal this, really fast car, we want to race each other, and you bet each other who would win. We did it. We raced literally from the top of the map to the bottom of the map. It took me less than 5 minutes to drive from the top to the bottom. And I was on a dirt bike. It's not big enough, I feel. Like, it is big, yes, don't get me wrong, but it is, I feel it could be bigger. There could be more cityscape. I feel there's more desert and mountainous areas that no one really is going to dick with. It should have just been a giant city.
yeah, that sucks.
A lot more buildings.
Would that make you feel happy, or you just be more pissed off because you can't go in the buildings? Because you always seem to make comments about that.
Well, no, in this one, because they give you more options to do. Like, you can go into a grocery store, you can go into... And there's always stuff outside you can do. I wish I can go into, a building, ride the elevator to the top. That would be something I want to do instead of trying to find a helicopter, trying to fly to the top. But my flying sucks really bad, so I'm hitting the wall, I fall out. Stupid shit like that. But then again, they don't want to hand the game to you. So.
Even if, in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you walk in the building and you're teleported to your apartment. If you could just be teleported to the roof, pretty much, that would be nice.
Well, the cool thing like this one was when you have a house or something, you walk in the door and you're not teleported. You walk in the door and you're in the house.
Right.
Especially with Franklin and Michael.
What about Trevor?
Trevor lives in a trailer, so what you see is what you get.
He lives in a trailer?
He lives in a trailer.
Not a van? Down by the river?
No, he lives in the desert by a river.
You out?
Yeah, I'm out here. I gotta get going.
All right, man. Well, thank you for giving us Sonic Dash. And you said that was free, giving us your perspective on GTA Online. Now, you said that... How do you feel the overall community, though, is... Because you said you're getting rid of it on the PS3 and you're going to play exclusively on the 360 version.
There's just more people. That's my big thing. There's more people. The PS3 online is not good. I can't do their online. It seems like there's too many fucking screens, there's too much loading, too much this, too much that. 360, I put the game in, it loaded, I'm in the world, I'm playing.
Let me ask you one question before you leave. Do you think you will go back and play the single player all the way through again because you beat it? Did you 100% it, or...?
No, I beat it, and that's why I'm gonna play through it again and do all the missions differently, because there is an A and B side to all the missions,
on the 360 now.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and play them on 3. And because I'm an achievement whore, not necessarily a whore, but I like my achievements. I have 60K achievements. Why not try for more?
That's cool.
So there's replayability to GTA 5.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Single player.
Yeah.
There's obviously replayability because there's the online component.
Yeah, and just dicking around in single player.
Yeah, not just running around and killing prostitutes and robbing them. All right, well, Justin is leaving us, so we will carry on until Bradley hopefully arrives. Are you gonna?
I'll shoot you a text if he changes his mind.
Okay. Or if you want to come back, you know.
Maybe.
You can come back. We love you, Justin. Tell us about. Do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about first?
Talk about Battlefield.
All right, tell us about Battlefield 4 beta on the PC, obviously.
No, 360. My PC couldn't run this.
You're playing it on
The 360. My PC couldn't run this. Unfortunately, it might be able to play it on low because usually with Battlefield they make it a little more accessible for people who don't have good PCs. But yeah, 360.
Now, is there any single player stuff to do, or is it all
multiplayer?
All multiplayer.
It's only one map. It's Assault on Beijing or something. Or
now, is there only one? So there's one map. Is there only one game mode?
No, there is Conquest and Domination.
Explain the difference between those two.
Conquest is capturing points to lower the enemy team's tickets. Domination, I believe, is just a smaller version of it. I don't normally play Domination. I always play Conquest in Battlefield.
Okay, and now explain this because I don't think I played Battlefield since 2.
That's the one I've played the most.
Yeah.
Well, then that's Conquest, what you're used to. I don't think they had any other game types in Battlefield 2. And if they did...
And I don't even know if I played Battlefield 2. What was it? It's the one where you're going to get the gold or whatever. See, I mostly just played the single player.
You played Bad Company.
Bad Company 2.
Okay.
Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
Is what I played.
Which they need to bring back.
I played
Bad Company.
I played Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2. Those are the only Battlefield games I've ever played.
And those are good ones, but they are drastically different. You need to get Battlefield 4.
But I'm not a big online guy.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like playing with other people unless they're just my friends.
See, I'm the opposite. And, well, I do only play with my friends.
See, and that was like the thing of like Justin and I playing online is I wanted to play just with him, but I had to go through that whole stupid tutorial for GTA before I could play with him. And when I did, there's 14 other people in there that can just come in and kill us, and he likes that, and we can jack around and everything, but I don't like that. I like just doing missions with my friends, and that's why I like Army of Two. That game is perfect for me, where you can just play with your friends online and, have fun and stuff, or, like the Marvel Heroes game, the one that's like Diablo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that. That's primary reason we play League of Legends so much. Because, the 3 or 4 of us, how many there are, we just get in TeamSpeak and go into the game.
But you play versus bots a lot.
Well, we play more people now.
Oh, you get more people?
Yeah. We have to deal with toxic people, but...
All right, so, yeah, and that's one thing, I guess, is I don't like dealing with all the... I'm a school teacher, so I deal with, 12-year-olds all day long. Yeah. I don't want to go home and have them yelling in my ear, that I'm a yada, yada, yada and stuff. So, anyway, back to Battlefield 4 beta.
Everything they've showed in E3, minus 32 players, because there's only going to be 32 on the current consoles. And it doesn't look as nice, but it still looks pretty incredible. You have your traditional assault, recon support, and engineer class. Engineer being my favorite because I love blowing up tanks. Right now, you can unlock stuff. It's difficult to rank up and unlock stuff in this game. I don't know if they're going to change that when the game comes out, but I've played for a couple hours and I've only ranked up a couple times. I don't know if I have unlocked stuff for my engineer class. I unlocked like a new scope and stuff.
Do you think that they may have put it at a harder rate because there's only so much to the game right now? Like if they made it easy, you'd rank up and be maybe the max is 20 in the beta. So if they made it too easy, you'd be at 20 within a couple days, and then you'd be bored. No new equipment, no new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're making it, so when you get in the proper game, it's going to change, and the highest rank is 99.
Right.
So, you can get the 50 within, pretty quick, and then it significantly slows down. Sort of like in Skyrim. Like, you can get to level 75 really fast, and then it really significantly slows down.
That very well could be. The thing I like about it is both sides are very balanced now. In the previous games, the Russians would have like an AK type thing, and the Americans would have an M16 type weapon. And the AK was more powerful, the M16 was more accurate. So there was some unbalanced things for your default weapons.
It's good. Believe me, I plan on playing it tonight. It's the game plan.
That's Brad. Brad has shown up, and we're going to let Jacob finished telling us about Battlefield 4.
So, like I was telling you guys earlier, because Justin mentioned GTA, he shot a guy out of a helicopter and it crashed. I did that in Battlefield. I was screwed. I'm on top of this roof and the helicopter's coming right at me, shooting at me like crap. And I shoot it, and I killed the guy in the pilot seat, and the helicopter kept going and smashed into this little gas station like thing, and the whole thing crumbled.
So the environments are very much destructible.
Very much destructible.
Well, I mean, they said, they promised so much with Battlefield 3. Do you think that now they're going to finally deliver because people were...
Oh, no, people were pissed, dude. Battlefield 3, I played a lot of Battlefield Bad Company 2 in between, my weird random, Call of Duty. I played a shit tons of Call of Duty. But Battlefield Bad Company 2 was, my random, pet peeve, secret game that I didn't tell none of my friends I played because I didn't want people to be like, you play that shit? But that game was awesome because of how destructible it was.
That's the only really game I played of Battlefield. Yeah, I was telling him that earlier.
When you go from that to Battlefield 3, it was heartbreaking because you were like, this shit's not that, wow, you can blow up a wall,
Battlefield 3 was good, but it was they gave us this huge feature in Bad Company 2 and then took it away.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a huge Battlefield 3 fan. I played a crap ton of it. I know with this one, they say that it's the new system for it's fucking to be able to level things to ground level.
Yeah.
So from what I've heard is you can destroy everything. One of the guys was telling me in one of the videos he saw for it, there was a part where a tank's driving over on a road, and it's actual gameplay, and they blew up the fucking road the tank was on. It fell in the subway. They C4'd it and ran off and blew up the tank.
Which supposedly we can't do in the beta.
Well, no,
I haven't seen it happen.
Well, no, I don't think that's the right level.
There's parts you can go underneath the road.
Oh, really?
But I don't think anyone has C4. Oh, no, the sniper has C4.
I haven't got to play it yet. I heard the controls for the console versions are a little goofy unless you play the veteran mode. Then it feels more like the old school gameplay style.
Oh, I saw that. I forgot to change it. It popped I was playing and shooting stuff and this thing, veteran mode pops up and I'm like, get off my screen. I forgot what that is.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I don't know for sure because I'm sure you're playing PC.
No, 360.
Oh, really?
Why is that?
Because you always talk about PC games. I'm sorry. I go to that. I do jump to that assumption.
I don't have PC games today. I just have 360 games.
Yeah. I heard that there's the veteran mode and then the new controller scheme, which I was talking to somebody and I was like, if it plays more like Call of Duty, I wouldn't be that heartbroken. It used to annoy me the knife way was R2 or R1 or something like that. No, in Battlefield, you had that was the knife.
It's a click now.
Is it a click? That's awesome.
It's R3?
Yeah.
R3. See, that's awesome. That means it'll probably be like that for PlayStation. I'll play PlayStations tonight. Literally, I don't work the next 2 days. I'm fucking happy.
I screw up.
You got a big grin on your face.
Dude, my day sucked. This has been the best part of it so far.
Oh, well, welcome.
I screwed up a lot playing because I'm so used to pressing select to spot things. And I would pause it constantly.
Select is pause?
It brings up a separate menu.
Okay, but it's an MMO basically, so there's no pause.
Right. But in the previous games, you press select and to spot things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm constantly if you saw a guy, you could hit if you were iron sighting them, you hit select, and you would mark them for your squad to know where they were. So even if they ran behind a wall, you'd have a little marker showing you where they were behind that wall.
See, the only time I ever saw Battlefield 3 played was Dave from the store here playing it, and he was playing on PC. So he had his little gamepad with 17 extra buttons, and he had his mouse with 19 buttons on it. Yeah. And so he's always click, 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 click,
He used to play
sounds like he's playing StarCraft.
Yeah. Looks like he was doing 132 transactions per second or whatever. It was crazy. So I mean, it's fun.
It's so much fun.
Now, is it fun just because they added back in the destructive element, or is it just...
No, it's a solid game.
What's new? What makes it solid? What makes it more fun? Or is it just more online shooter BS?
It's more online shooter BS. Now we can blow stuff up.
Man, don't get me wrong. Because like I said, I haven't played the beta, so I can't. I'm a big Battlefield fan, though, and I'm anticipating Battlefield 4. But I don't know. Don't get me wrong, beta, it's probably just going to feel like your mindless dribble first-person shooter gameplay with, prettier... I don't know how much prettier the game's going to look, because Battlefield 3 looked really good. Hopefully they fix the lighting issues. Because I used to hate the lighting issues that I had with Battlefield 3.
I would have to.
Well, no, just the sun. What was supposed to be the luminous light in that game was fucking appalling. I would have to literally jack the brightness up all the way in the game.
And on your TV?
Turn my TV down halfway. It was weird, man. I hated that game for it. It was the one thing everybody that played with me used to always laugh. Because I was it'd take me 2 games before I'd get my lighting right. And I'd be like, all right. And then if we went to a level where we were outside the whole time we'd be outside, I'd be like, I gotta fucking switch this again.
Wow.
I'm gonna buy it on
PC, PS4, PS3,
Yeah.
Xbox One, Xbox 360, Wii U.
Yep. Well, not Wii U. For some reason, I don't know if well, I know it can't be like EA and Nintendo don't get along because they put Mass Effect on the Wii U, and I don't think it really had that good of sales. But aside from that, I don't know why, but the Battlefield is not on the Wii U. I was talking about it in work with somebody, with a couple people, and I was like, they really need to try to get that license on that system.
And you're going to buy it on PS4?
I'm going to buy it on PS3 initially because I'll get to play it for like, I don't know, like 2 weeks before I get to play it on my PS4. But they are running, like, there are a couple stores that are running specials that, like, you trade in that version of the game, $10 more, you can get the next gen's version of it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. I'm not
they're
going to
not
lie, though.
screwing
I'm
people.
probably going to end up just buying it again because I'm going to buy it for PS3 and not everyone I know has a PS4 yet. And I want to play with my PlayStation 3 friends, so I'm going to probably buy 2 copies. Battlefield, they'll get me for it until everybody gets a PS3, and then I will probably fucking ASAP off that. Or everybody gets PS4, so I'll get rid of that Battlefield copy.
Are you
Makes
getting it
sense.
on 360?
I might just wait to get on the PS4.
You're going to get a PS4?
I plan on it.
You
Yeah.
decided that?
Yeah.
Because you were on the fence, I thought.
Everybody's getting a PS4. The Xbox didn't impress me. PS4 is doing all kinds of cool stuff.
All right. I don't remember you ever saying that you'd
Oh,
actually
I-
decided.
I might get a Steam box actually.
Of course you would.
20 years from now, you just do that. You have a computer. You already play a Steam box. You have a Steam box.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking actually.
Don't get me wrong, their
But-
controller's pretty nifty looking. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys saw
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
thing.
saw it. I remember you were complaining about your PC earlier, saying that it couldn't run some of this stuff. So I mean, that could be a smart investment for you. Have they even said that your account of your $4,000 worth of games on Steam on your PC transferred to the Steam box?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why couldn't you just do HDMI out to your TV and play
can.
with a controller?
No, you can. That's why I'm saying I want a Steam box, but I have to see what they're gonna do.
But it'd be stupid for you to buy it. For Brad, who doesn't have a computer, a Steam box makes sense.
If it's a $1,000 computer for $300, it would make sense for me. That's the way I see it. It depends on how how this system is.
But essentially, that's what a console is, and that's always been my bitch with the PC to console. Don't get me wrong. Like when we were in generations previous, PC had a predominant. Like it just whipped ass. Like you couldn't argue. The only downside to PC gaming, and still, which is my big downside to PC gaming, is controls. I hate having to use a keyboard. I don't need all this fucking
use
The
a
buttons.
console's
controller?
caught
I
up
know.
though in power though. I mean, the
Yeah.
PS3 is a
like
PC.
nowadays. Yeah, exactly.
It's close.
Dude,
It's
I can look
close.
at porn on my PlayStation 3. It's a fucking PC, dude. Like
Power. He said power.
Well, don't get me wrong. I will agree. Like to nowadays computers, but when the PS3 came out, it was probably just as on par as just as many PCs as we had back then.
I swear it wasn't.
I don't know, man. I don't get me wrong though. I've never seen PC games where I was like, "Wow, this blows away what I've seen on a console." It's never happened.
Here's the problem.
It's never happened in my life. Blake, Logan's brother, who has $3,000 plus PC, huge rig. I mean, huge rig, dude. Like, it looks like it would transform into Optimus fucking Prime in front of your eyes. And when he played Battlefield 3 on it, and he was running on ultra everything. I was like, it still just looks as good as a console. It was a little crisper here and there.
That's
but
because if the Battlefield 3 only takes up this much power, there's this much power left.
But then, so it's worthless.
Well, but yeah,
exactly.
I'm not
I
doing-
agree. They're more powerful, but why?
It's like driving a Corvette when the speed limit's 60 miles
exactly.
an hour.
And there are cops everywhere, so you
Well,
can't go faster.
But that's like TVs now. They've gotten to the point that our eyes cannot, our
interpret
brains,
more.
right?
Yeah.
There's no point.
There's no point.
Well, no, and that's my thing when people are like, "What are the graphics going to look like?"
Who
Probably
cares?
not super
They're gonna
much
look
better.
awesome.
Like, well, I mean, it's going to look better, but it's going to look more like a cutscene while you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm more worried about how are we going to be able to react to the playing of it. Like, because I'm not going to lie, like watching gameplay of Final Fantasy 15, like the combat gameplay, it looks like a cutscene. The crazy thing is like I just can't, like my brain doesn't fathom the idea still of being able to play a cutscene, like to be
You
like
can't process it.
yeah, like I'm like, how in the fuck am I supposed to do that? Like I'm used to quick actions, like bash X 37 times, and now they'll run. Like you're really gonna have control.
I am way more concerned with gameplay than graphics.
Well, don't get me wrong, same here. And in the end, that's it.
And that's odd is because we always seem to talk about how none of us really care about graphics all that much. It's nice to have a pretty game,
Yeah.
but it's not something that is a make or break on a game. And every time I'm sitting here playing a game, somebody walks up and like, oh wow, is that GTA 5? Man, that looks so good. Their first thing is always about graphics and presentation.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, in the end, it is the eye catcher for all of us. As much as we don't mind, maybe like
It's what you
wanna
notice
acknowledge
first.
it. Oh yeah, but it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like for one of the first things I noticed about GTA, it was pretty. Like damn, was it pretty. And I mean, that's probably the first thing I noticed about a lot. I mean, even next-gen games, like Infamous Second Son looks really good.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 looks really good. I mean, the Dragon Age Inquisition or whatever, dude, that game is baffling looking. But, like, don't get me wrong, but there's stuff like Titanfall. Like, when you watch the gameplay for Titanfall, even, like, the Xbox One version of it, I don't think is going to be that predominantly crazier looking than the 360 version. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm still, like, that's the reason I'm buying an Xbox One in April. Like, I have to have Titanfall. Like, I have to have Titanfall. Like,
Tax
the
money?
Gameplay, dude, oh my god.
You're buying
Yeah.
April for tax money?
Yeah. Well, that, and it's my birthday. It'll be my birthday present.
Oh, when's your birthday?
April 13th.
Oh, mine's April 10th.
See?
Yeah.
The
I
thing,
almost
like,
know enough people that we have a week-long party. Like, a friend of mine's born, like, the day after me. I have another friend that's the 12th. I have another friend of mine that's the 15th.
The thing is, like, in Titanfall and 360 and Titanfall and Xbox One, the big difference is going to be you can see further in the distance, or there's more grass on the ground.
Now, the big difference will be there will be a lot more people playing on 360 than there will be Xbox One in the beginning. The communities will be much larger on the 360 versions of games that have both consoles.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's what I've told a lot of people when they ask, they're like, well, what do you think's going to be better? Right now, it's still really hard to say. It's nerd preference. And, like, I have to remember being a retailer myself that I can't really, like, as much as I like to be like, no, fuck PlayStation, bitch.
You can't be biased.
I can't, though. Like, I have to tell them, I really like the PlayStation. That's what I'm personally buying. I look forward to it. Like, goddamn, Titanfall. Every time they show a video at work, my mouth waters. I, like, freeze up and look at the screen.
Get a little teary-eyed.
Well, it shows the two robots battling, the dude's shooting at him, and the dude uses, like, the magnet hand, and he just fucking pulls up all these bullets, and he force pushes them, and just, like, rapes this dude's robot. I'm like,
I haven't seen that.
dude, damn, I can't wait to play that game. I don't know. I have faith. I don't know. Maybe it's because I really was a big fan of Call of Duty 4, and that's the original Infinity Ward team that did that game. So I have a lot of, like, I have a lot of faith in that one. It's a game that's got my eye. It looks like it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
so what other games you got to talk about? What have you been playing? GTA?
I've been playing a lot of GTA 5. I'm not going to lie. I've reverted back to playing a lot of Last of Us the last month. Some friends of mine were like, hey, let's get back on Last of Us. And I do have a little bit of update on it. Yeah, online-wise, they added a new mode. Not really a big deal. I do have a little bit of a cool note. Supposedly, the DLC, it was supposed to come out before the holidays, but because of all the big stuff, Sony decided it was going to wait until January. So around January, we will actually get new story content, DLC, for Last of Us. Supposedly leaked as you play as the brother, Joel's brother.
Yes, because I liked his character.
Don't get me wrong, so did I. I thought it was really cool. I was like, wow, that's pretty badass.
Now, Bob was the crazy one you met in the very first town, right?
Bill,
and I want to play as him, too, because I really like that voice actor that does his voice.
Yeah, no, Bill is twisted. Like, I don't know. I do like Bill, but him being such a weird homo is what makes me not want to play as Bill.
No, but it'd be fun because, think of him as, like, the piggy of Enslaved. You played the whole different thing, and your thing was to get, the robot sex slave. You could be Bill, like...
trying to bury his lover.
Or think of it like his stash of porn, all his porn mags burned, and the goal of the DLC is to find the porn, get to the porn shop, and get new porn. That could be great. That would be funny.
You have to think, though, it is Naughty Dog, so it's unlikely they would go that route because they try to be more serious overtone, I think, sometimes.
But it would not affect the original game proper. It would be all DLC, so it wouldn't take away from the seriousness of their drama, because I really don't think it's a video game. It is a drama you play.
Oh, in my opinion, it's still game of the year.
And the best story I've ever played.
No, it's still game of the year. We talked about it at work the last 2 weeks. Everybody's asking. I'm like, as much as I want to be like, I think GTA is, and don't get me wrong, because I think GTA is hands down the second best game I've played all year so far. It's just Last of Us.
And I would agree with you. I have not played even close to much as GTA's like you and Justin, and I played a little bit of the online today with Justin. Yeah. I was not impressed too much. I'm only like 5-6 hours into the single player. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game. They've added and fixed and tweaked a lot of things. It's still another GTA game, though, where Last of Us was original, and I felt like I was playing a drama, and I got emotionally involved. Not that we really care about it, but it was way better looking. The graphics were solid, and I only played like an hour of the online on Last of Us, and I still think it should be Game of the Year. It won't win, because as we've said before, it's dictated by sales.
I don't believe that, though. I think Last of Us will win Game of the Year this year.
Over the $1 billion...
Yep. Don't get me wrong, sales do weigh in heavily, but The Last of Us sold an incredible amount of titles as well. It was a very popular game. It was not a popular... It's still so popular that I don't have a lot of used copies. Like, I don't have enough for me to check one out from work if I want to.
What was the new mode that they added?
Interrogation for the multiplayer.
And how does that work?
It's kind of the same as like when you do the survival or supply raid modes, but well, not survival. Survival is kind of like free for all, but the supply raid is where you had your 2 teams of 4. You had to kill the other team 20 times, or kill their team means each team has 20 lives, and then whoever wins wins. Interrogation, same concept in a sense. But you kill the enemy players, you have to execute them with special executions. The reason you use your special executions is because you interrogate them, so it takes a little bit longer. You have to do it, I believe, 4 times? I've only done interrogation mode like 2 or 3 times. But you have to interrogate 4 people. Once you interrogate the enemy 4 times, they tell you where their supply box is. Then you have to, I believe, like pretty much whip their ass to get to the supply box. It's like almost a second mode. And you have to like pick the lock, and it's not something that just happens right away. It's a drawn out process.
Interrogation mode. Now, is this you and 3 other people?
Yeah, 2 teams of 4.
Okay, and they're trying to get to you and kill you while you're interrogating somebody?
Yeah, like it's both teams have the same objective: interrogate the opposing team, or interrogate them and find out where their supply boxes are, and then steal their supplies.
It's PvP.
PvP, yeah. Supposedly, there's rumor that for the next couple modes, they're talking like adding stuff with clickers and stuff like that, which would be awesome. That's the one thing I think a bunch of us like.
Oh, so it's only humans versus humans?
Yeah, it's only humans versus humans right now.
There are no clickers
There's no
involved.
NPCs yet.
There's no clickers or infected
just,
or anything around.
Infected or nothing.
Wow, that'd be kind of
if
boring.
they added it. Well, don't get me wrong.
Does it feel lackluster?
No, goddamn, no. It's intense.
It's still intense,
dude. Aggravation through the roof. Like that's my thing though. Is like that game,
like Payday intense.
Like
come on, go, go, go!
Like kind of like Payday intense, but I'd say more intense because it's literally 2 teams of 4, and at times, like if you do shit properly, you can kill all 4 people that you're going against. And when you wipe out a team, like when you kill all 4 people, or if you even kill 2 people on the enemy team, like in the middle of like a firefight or some crazy shit going off, you feel accomplished. Like you feel very happy with yourself. Like you're like, I just killed 2 people. What? But like if you wipe out 4 people. Like you were walking around with the fucking chest all poked out, like baby arm holding an apple, like you're just I rule. Oh, I love playing that game. Damn it.
Maybe when I get my new consoles, I'll let you borrow my PS3 so you can play it. Or wait a minute, could you play Last of Us on a PS4?
No backwards compatibility. Not until they get the streaming system set up. But don't get me wrong though, that's my thing with Last of Us. Is me and my buddy Jared talked about it. And the thing is both of us are really kind of gamers that once new stuff comes out, like, he's the type of guy like Justin and yourself that you guys don't really trade stuff in. You keep it. I'm the guy who literally beats it and gets rid of it as soon as I can. Like, I do not hold on to games.
Dragon's Crown.
Yeah.
Back in the store.
Gone back. It was literally, I played it for a week and a half, was done with it. Like, I knew I wasn't going to play it. I was ready to play Diablo. I still haven't even beat Diablo. That's how slack-ass I am sometimes. But,
you gotta trade that and get FIFA 14.
I want FIFA 14, but I don't want to buy it.
Oh, I was just making fun of you.
No, don't get me wrong, I liked soccer games when I was a kid. I just don't want to spend $50 to be like, oh, I play this like fucking 15 minutes every fucking 2 months.
$65.
Yeah.
Unless it's a budget title. Is it a budget title?
No.
Oh.
God, no. No, FIFA, dude, FIFA's up there with Madden in the sense of world
spanning. Well, it's because soccer is, or football is the biggest sport in the world. In the world.
Like I said, the game itself, I can't believe I'm still playing it. I haven't got rid of it. I have no intentions of getting rid of it. Even when my PS4 comes out, I will still keep Last of Us 2 play online with people, especially to play the DLC. My little bit of a spiel, though, for GTA 5. I don't know how much you and Justin might have talked about it earlier for your online.
About 20 minutes.
I'm not super impressed. I'm pissed. Like, I'm not pissed off because it didn't work day one. I'm not shocked. You guys sold. You made $1 billion in 2 days.
Their server's going to crash.
Yeah, I'm not shocked it got overran. So I'm not going to even argue about that or be pissed because it was whatever. It wasn't shocking. And I played Last of Us because it wasn't there. I was whatever. But the thing that pissed me off, though, is that when you go into a world, you're tossed in with 16 or 15 other random-ass players. It's not like it's only your friends or, like, you can close lobby it. It's you and here's 15 assholes. And I say 15 assholes because that's what you fucking find. It's not 15 cool fucking dudes or maybe 6 fucking alright people to play this game with. It's 15 assholes who just want to run around and fucking shoot you or run you over with a car. And it's like, alright, don't get me wrong, like, if we were playing a mode like this, it'd be cool, but I want to do the fucking heist. I want to do this stuff this multiplayer was there for. But let me get into my first, like, hour of gameplay with this. Like, spawn in.
Let me add to that real quick, because when I got into a game, Justin came into mine eventually. He was like, he found me, he's like, jump in my car. I got out of my car and was running to his car, and some dude came and plowed into me. And then Justin jumped out and killed him for me, but then I respawn, but it was the first time that I died. So I had to go through the whole spiel where the angel comes and tells you that, and I couldn't skip it. And when you die, you go to heaven, and it explains to you what's going on. And there's people in the shop, and I really couldn't hear what was going on, so I was pissed about that. So then I get back in there, and the guy's trying to kill Justin, so we finally kill him, and we get away, but then he's trying to chase us, and we just want to go do a mission. And so it's like, and I get that. And Justin even said that when him and Logan were playing on the 360 version, that they would just get on top of a building and kill people when they were going by. And it's like, that's not fun to me.
Don't get me wrong, when I played GTA 4, I was an asshole. Like, I would do that. I'd snipe off a building, just fucking blasting people in the head, just laughing about it. But it was because that's what GTA 4 free mode was. Like, yeah, you could hang out with you can meet up with a bunch of friends and maybe go race around or do whatever, if you want to do that gay stuff. But that was the gist of that game, was just to shoot each other. This game has a purpose behind it when you're on the multiplayer. Like, there are missions. Like, it has a story. Like, I started the game, I did the Lamar mission, I made a gangster-ass black dude. His name is Tron.
Now, the character creation was very unique. You make your grandparents, and then you pick your grandparents for your mom, you pick your grandparents for your dad, and it shows them changing, because when you pick a new grandparent, it morphs what your mom and dad look like, and as your mom and dad morph, changing what they look like, it changes the big portrait of what you look like. So there's like a little portrait of your mom and dad's parents, your grandparents, and then as you change the little portrait, the medium-sized portraits of your parents change, and the large portrait of what you look like changes, and that was kind of cool.
Don't get me wrong, I will agree, unique. New, different, yes.
Tried something different.
Yeah, and I agree. Still stupid as shit because it just... Alright, me and my buddy Jared, he makes his character. We made the same black dude. We used completely different grandparents. Like, we both talked about it.
Oh, wow.
And he came out with the same black dude, had cornrows, white hoodie. I mean, he made the same dude I did. Don't get me wrong, I don't care. My guy's name's Tron. I don't remember what he named his. I don't even give a shit about that. But I just wish they'd add a little bit more letting you tweak stuff too. Like, don't get me wrong, because I liked it. It was really cool. Like, for the first time I made a character, I'm like, wow, this is really, really different.
How many characters did you make?
Well, the first, before they patched it to where the multiplayer saved your character, I made 3 because it was saying they would delete them after you'd quit playing.
Yeah, Justin was like, I hate it, man. I lost my first character.
Yeah. But, you do that. I don't know. Like I said, I wish they'd have let you actually go in, and if you wanted to fine-tune, change stuff, you could.
Change the chin, the eyebrows, the nose.
Give me the option. Another thing I thought was really cool, I don't know if you played like Red Dead on your PS3 or your 360.
360.
I played it on 360, so I didn't get John Marston as a goddamn grandparent.
I didn't either.
Yeah, you can get John Marston as a grandparent or whatever.
That's cool.
Another cool thing was you could alter like the resemblance for your mom's side or your dad's side. Like, you could say if you wanted your mom to look more like her grandma or your grandmother or her mother or her father, and your dad the same, and then you could take your look and actually be like, I want to look more like my mom, or I want to look more like my dad. It was very cool. I don't know, it was very different. But get into the game, do the race that you do with Lamar, whip his ass, go out, do the drug dealing mission.
I got my ass whooped on the race.
Yeah,
because one of the other human characters came right at the very beginning of the race, pushed me off to the side, flipped me around. I was in 4th place. I lost.
Like, I've done that race 3 times. I've never had another human character. Just me and Lamar. Aggravating.
There was 4 players. There was Lamar, me, and 2 other humans. And the very first one came up behind me, did like a fishtail me, like a cop would, if they were like trying to run somewhere off the rope. Yep. Did that. I ran into the guardrail, backed up. They were already gone. I lost because your driving is just so crappy. You have no boost. Yeah. You have no nothing. So,
but
go ahead.
You notice a world record for that is 2 minutes and 6 seconds. It took me fucking 2 minutes and 57 seconds to beat it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I was at 5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
ridiculous.
You do the race though, and then when you go out and you do the mission for Lamar, he sends you to go get the drugs. Went and did that. Took fucking an hour to blow the enemy car up to get the guy out of it to get the drugs. Like, I literally had to pit him against the wall, ran like 4 cars all around him so he was boxed in, pulled him out, whipped his ass, took the drug money, and finally got away with it. I ran out of bullets shooting at him, trying to flatten his tires. It was stupid.
Oh, I messed up, and when I ran up, there was a guy standing guarded of the thing, and I walked up and pulled my gun on accident because I hadn't played in a while, and I hit L trigger and pulled up the gun. He's like, what are you doing? And shot me, and I shot and killed him. And the other guy started running, and he didn't get to the car. He started running up a on-way ramp to the freeway. And so I just, boom, shot him twice in the back, and it was, grabbed the drugs.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, it was easy.
He got in the car, and it took for days. Get the money. Lamar, tells you to go buy some clothes, freshen yourself up, well, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, go to do the first mission, the actual heist. It's like, hey, you can go do heists with other players online, this, that.
Oh,
So I set up the job, the liquor store.
Mine was rob a convenience store.
Well, no, that's what it is. It's a convenience store. You walk in, but you can literally, because it was, I guess, like the world I went into, I flagged that I was doing the job. Like when you start a job, it flags, and other players in the world can meet up with you to do the job with you. That's
I didn't
how you
know
make a
that.
crew.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, this dude comes up and he's like, walks up, and I got my headset on at the time, 'cause I'm sitting there, and he's like, hey, he's like, want to do it? Like, let's do this. And I'm like, all right. So we both walk in. We walk up, point our guns at the guy behind the counter. Cool thing I liked about the game was when you're pointing a gun at somebody behind the counter, like when you're robbing somewhere, if you yell into the headset, you intimidate the person. I'm like, yo, give me all the fucking money, you motherfucker! And like, it was hysterical because the guy's like freaking out behind the cash register, and like, I just thought it was very cool. So we get the money, we're going to run out, and I tell the guy I'm playing with, I'm like, hey, get in the car with me, let's get out of here. Because I was already I was ahead of him, like I got in the car, I've been waiting for him. He comes running out, goes running down the road to like get his own car, because God forbid you ride shotgun and shoot at the damn cops that are chasing us. He goes to get in his own car, like 4 or 5 squad cars just pull all around him. They all hop out, gunning down. I hop in my car, I drive off. Later, dude. Went, parked, got away from the cops. Like it was nothing. Complete the quest, and then it tells you, like, oh, if anybody dies, if you want, you can still split the loot with them. I figured I'm not an asshole. Like, I wasn't going to be an asshole, at least. I'll split the loot with him. So I do what the thing tells me. It never pops up telling me how to split the loot with this guy. So I'm like, all right, well, then fuck it. I'm not splitting the loot. So by this time I had, unfortunately, when I was running from the cops, like, got my car stuck in somebody's backyard. But that meant the cops couldn't get me either, so it was worth it. So I hop out of the car, hop over the fence, go out on the road. Dude runs by, hits me with his car, kills me.
The guy you were with.
Yeah. So I spawn, and instantly I was cussing. I was pissed. I'm like, what? I was like, wasn't even fucking, you cocksucker. You died because you didn't listen to me. I'm like, whatever. I hop in my car, and I go to the gun store, buy a shit ton of ammo. Because at this point, I'm ready for war. And I get back out, walk out of the gun store, ammunition. I find the dude on the map. I drive to where he's at. Or no, before I drive to where he's at, I go out to steal another car. Some other asshole just randomly rides by and smacks me with his car. I'm sitting there like pissed off at this point. I'm like, really? This game's that fucking, like, you're just 2 random assholes can just run up and run me over? Like, I don't even want to play anymore. Like, that's stupid.
That's my problem with Watch Dogs, is that if somebody can just come into your world and kill you and destroy your progress, or you lose your money, lose your,
Ubisoft
whatever.
has a privacy thing, though, where you can make it where no one can do that.
Yeah,
which
I
is
like
awesome,
that.
and that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't want that. Like, fuck you. Like, no. Like, yeah, I want you to come to my world and randomly fuck me over. I'm in the middle of a mission.
See, and I asked Justin, I said, well, can you host a private one where it's just you and your friends? He goes, I don't know. He goes, but that would be boring. I'm like, no, it would be you guys playing together, doing the missions together.
With your friends. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can make it, like, once you get all your friends in the world, then make it open. And you got 8 people in the lobby. All right, now we'll let 8 other random people join. That way, if they piss us off, we can go fucking gangbang on their ass and just, drive-bys and all sorts of crazy shit. It'd be fun. Like, I don't know. Getting back, like this dude hits me, kills me. I respawn 3rd time. At this point, like, I'm literally like the Punisher, like, out for fucking vengeance. Like, I'm like, shit's about to get super real. So I get in a car. I go find the first asshole who kills me. He's in a pay and spray. I'm like souping up a car, probably with the fucking money that I got from the liquor store robbery.
So you just wait outside for it?
Well, no, I'm waiting. I'm like sitting there. I'm in a car, like waiting. Like, got a shotgun.
Right against it.
Well, like, just sitting there with the shotgun. I listened to like 2 songs on the radio. That's how real life feeling it was. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy as soon as he comes out. And then I'm like, you know what? I was like, I'll see where the second guy who killed me is real fast. Pop up the map, scroll through, find his name. Asshole's like a block away from me. All right. While I'm waiting, close the mini map, put a little marker on him, drive a block down the road. This asshole's running down the road from somebody. Boom! I hit him, like, smacked him, dude, sent him flying. I laughed for like fucking 2 minutes. I heard him cussing too. I backed up, dropped. We'll go back to the pain spray. As I'm pulling up to the pain spray, here's old asshole from the first
boy
mission.
walks out?
No, he comes driving out. I hop out of my car, run up with the sawed-off shotgun, right in the face. Just boom! Blew his head off, dead. Then I blew his fucking car up. And after blowing his car up...
Do they blow up like in the old games? Like, do they blow
Oh,
up?
yeah, it takes a little while. But if you shoot where the gas tank is, it'll blow them up faster. So if you ever want to blow somebody's car up really quick, shoot the gas tank. It works miracles.
So, essentially, they have turned you into an asshole.
Yeah, they pissed me off. But then I went to the bank, put the rest of the money I had in the ATM so nobody could kill me real fast. Because
Yeah,
you can put
Justin-
your money in the ATM so no one takes it.
Yeah, Justin taught me that.
That's pretty cool.
Because I had 7,000 in the bank and I had 5,000 on me. He's like, dude, you need to get that money in the bank. I'm like, how? And he showed me because there was no tutorial on how to do that.
Yeah, you have to find the little ATM icons and just...
No, you can do it from your phone.
Oh, can you?
Yep.
I found an ATM thing and just put it in.
So that's kind of cool. You can go up to an ATM.
Put the cash in your phone.
Yep. you go to the
Well, nowadays you can take a picture of a check and have it deposited in your account, so...
So what you do is you go to the webs, the internet, and then you go to the bank, and then it says, do you want to deposit how much money? And you can do like 100, 500,000, and then just do all of it. And so I just put it all in there.
Oh, it's worth it, believe me,
Yeah.
because people are assholes. But I killed those guys, saved my money, and I think I ended up... I had shit to do that day, so I quit playing by that time.
All right, I'm going to excuse the clicks here. This was kind of neat, and I'm going to steal this from IGN, because I swear IGN stole from us. There was an IGN article that said, what would life be like if it was ruled by online GTA rules? And there was a whole article on it. I was like, they stole our thing! We did that first!
It would, like I said, I'm very glad that we have law and order, because if not, people would be on fucking just... It would literally be like Mad Max in the Road Warrior and
Idiocracy.
shit. Like, well, don't get me wrong. Like, Idiocracy, though, there's still law and order, even though they're ordered by idiots. Like, it would be more like Mad Max. Like, it would just be gangs of people, and like the strong would survive, I guess. Like, as stupid sounding as that is, but I don't know. I'm a pretty cunning little bastard, so I'm not worried. I'd be fine.
So this is 100 little things that you may not have noticed. Justin was like, oh yeah, he goes, I saw that. One that was funny is that flip-flops actually flop when worn. They aren't glued to the bottom of your feet. And it's silly little things like that. Backfiring cars can actually ignite gas trails.
Yes. Done that one. You're burning out can do it too. When you if you pour a bunch of gas and sit there and burn out, it'll do it.
If you spend a lot of money customizing your car, random NPCs will stop and compliment you on it, taking pictures on their phones. If you accidentally run over Michael's wife, both characters react with unique dialogue, and she later sends you an angry bill for her hospital stay. Hikers of Mount Chiliad have taken picture views with their phones. I don't understand that one at all. What else we got here? Michael's wife, Amanda, can be found on the game's fake dating website. That's awesome. The mouse clicker on the in-game internet isn't a pointing finger, it's the middle finger. Dome lights turn on. There's a lot of little things. It's kind of crazy. You lose your GPS signal when entering a tunnel. Kicking a car will actually dent them. Sorry for the clicking. Doing a burnout over a dead body generates a huge blood spray.
Yep.
Older cars have squeaky brakes and can be harder to start. Have you noticed that? I always steal good ones.
I don't know. See, I always drive ballin' ass cars. Like, I'm always in a Mercedes or some shit. Like, I ain't driving no Buster.
You can change your phone settings
Buster in real life.
so it vibrates instead of rings. In a police shootout, if you shoot one officer in the leg and another might drag him behind a car to safety. I'm not reading all of these, obviously. I'm just reading some of them. Birds can get hit or sucked through the engines when flying. That's awesome. The DJs will wish you a good morning and good night depending on the time of the day you're listening. Cars get dirtier as the more they drive. They had that in other games, though.
I like the fact that driving into the mountains can cause the radio signal of some city-based stations to get gargly and lost. That's pretty funny.
You do have regular and high beam options. You actually turn on the lights, and then you turn them on again to go high beams, and hit it again to turn them off.
I drive with them off all the time. I'm like, they're going to get busted out anyways when I smack into somebody. Lester's house is filled with mitten box
Action
figures.
There's labeled Bigfoot in one corner. They all have different phones, aping iOS, Android, and Windows.
Jets leave contrail in the sky. That's pretty cool. I don't know, but I've done some fucked up shit in jumbo jets. I won't even talk about it on here.
Close down FIFA 14. Shooting a gas tank will create a gas trail that can be ignited. When Franklin is driving with Chop, he leans over and opens the door for him after parking. Yeah, I've seen that one before. When a character is wet, your shoes make squeaking sounds, walking until they dry out. Oh, I saw another one that wasn't on this list, is if you walk into the water just up to your waist, and then you walk out, just your pants are wet, and your shirt will still look dry.
Yeah.
So, like you said, they did water really, really well.
No, they do. The water in the game is breathtaking. The sky, I don't know, everything. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I still am very impressed with the game. Like, I mean, flying, because I've done a lot more flying. Like, you can tell the difference in all their abilities. Like, Trevor flies like a fucking trooper, man. Like, the turbulence isn't that bad. He keeps it, like, playing, like, a pretty much straight line. You fly with, like, Michael, it's pretty crappy. If you fly with Franklin, it's sheer terror. The base jumping is the shit. Oh my god, I love base jumping. On top of the fact, I don't know if you guys have heard or if you've done it yourselves. I heard about it from a friend. But Trevor can jump out of anything and not die and hit the ground. all you have to do is use his rampage ability right before you hit the ground, and he'll hit the dirt and get up and dust it off.
Here are two good ones. There are actual golf balls littering the bottom of the water hazards, and visiting a prostitute will increase your stamina stat.
Like, when I go home and play tonight, I'm going to make Michael go cheat on his wife with a prostitute, because the therapist always asks you how your sex life is.
Oh, and you'll talk about...
Yeah, and he's always like, oh, it's really good. I've been doing really good. And I've come to the conclusion that he's asking Michael if he's been sleeping around, because his wife makes a couple of references a couple times in it about him not being faithful, when obviously she's a whore.
If you walk into Michael's house wet, Amanda will yell at you. If someone is sitting in a chair and you melee attack, can kick the chair out from underneath them. Some lights are motion detecting and will only click on when you walk by them. It's kind of neat. I mean, there's a lot of little things that they put into the game that's kind of crazy, and there's probably more to be found. I mean, the game's only been out, a few weeks, and there's a lot to it. I'm kind of bummed you haven't got to play it.
I'll get it eventually. I find it impressive that they've kept that Grand Theft Auto art style that's not super realistic, but still puts so much realism into it.
There was an article that I was reading that Rockstar claims to have 43 years of video game ideas still.
Yeah, what was that?
Don't get me wrong. Like,
I didn't read the article. What they say?
I didn't read much of it, but I browsed it because I was at work at the time because I usually thumb through IGN when I'm dead at my store. But it was saying that they claim that they have at least like the next 43 years. Like they have game ideas for like a while. They have no like, and I don't doubt it. Like exactly, I can see it. Like because in my opinion, like the only way like I truly feel like they will be able to be like, all right, we've done everything that can be done with GTA is when they either give me an entire fucking continent. Like, you have a landmass, like, in video game realm spectrum size, maybe the size of the U.S. Like, don't get me wrong, they did, like, the whole globe, it'd be fucking mind-blowing. But I can never fathom something that big. I hope I saw a game like that one day, but I couldn't.
Do you think that if they made a GTA as large as like WoW, which has a huge, probably one of, if not the most expansive world,
yeah.
I mean, would that be big enough, you feel?
It would be intense. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it would
be too much.
Like, I feel like it would. Like, could you imagine if it literally took you like 4 hours in like real life time to drive like them from fucking like Liberty City to Los Santos? Like, even granted, still like you think about it, like. That's still not like like in real life standards, like that's still like unquestionably impossible. Going from New York City to you'd have to fly, but like to have the option, like I don't know, I think it would be intense. Like to make a game that is literally the size of like a continent. Like there's different state areas, they got different cities. Of course, you focus. You always Liberty City always be one of the bigger ones. Vice City would have to be obviously a big one. They'd have to do San Andreas and Los Santos. They'd have to focus on.
They could put Dallas in there, or they could make one called Star City or something.
They'd have to put Vegas. You have to have Vegas.
Vegas.
I mean, and I was talking to somebody about it. I'm like, it's crazy, and like the one person looking at me like, he's like, that'll never happen. I'm like, you're probably right. It probably won't ever happen.
I don't know,
but I would fucking love to see it one day. Like, I don't give a shit if I'm 90 years old, and that's when they finally put out the game where they're like, you can literally drive every fucking where.
GTA, like GTA US, like, GTA World.
It would be intense. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, their games always seem to improve, and they always seem to get bigger, and they always seem to try to go that extra bound.
I mean, you can look at the way that they started off with a top-down view. GTA 3 came out and revolutionized things. Vice City came out and took it even a step further. San Andreas took it a step further. GTA 4 took it a step further. Red Dead took it a step even further. Yeah. And now GTA 5 is, kind of tweaking out a few of those bugs. I don't think it's as revolutionary in my mind as 4 was.
I think it is, but it's only because of, like, the scope of things. Like, when you look at the map, like, the game doesn't, like... I sometimes feel like they robbed us on the size of the game, like they made it sound bigger than it is.
Justin's commented on that.
But like if you like fly around, or if you like when you're flying or doing stuff like that, you really feel like the grand scope or scheme, like how big the fucking place is. Like it's really not that tiny. When you're in a car, like I wish they would have put a speedometer in the game, like Mafia or some shit, just for shits and giggles at least. Because like if you really fail to realize like how much like ground you cover when you're in a car, that's like you're zooting around doing 100+ miles an hour in this Maserati. Like, you get in a helicopter and fly around, like, it takes you a little while. Like, you will, like, I don't know, I feel like that's the only way that I feel like it justifies how big, like, that it does live up to its sizes. When I'm flying, like, I'm like,
do you think
Jesus.
Do you think the reason the flying justifies how big the world is because when you're driving around, you're only in basically a 2D world, where when you're flying...
You see everything. You see the horizons, you see...
Yeah, and you're going to that 3D element where you see the volume of the world because you're going up and down. You have that Z-axis, and so it makes it feel bigger.
It could be it. That could honestly be it, because it probably is a heavy factor in, honestly, now that I really think about it. But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I said, I was with Justin. I'm still with him on it. Like, I do feel like the game doesn't feel as big as they made it sound like it was going to be. But when you're flying, man, it's just, I don't know. I love flying in that game.
From what I understand, they've expanded on the desert and the mountain and the ocean. That was the big thing. They made it so you could really explore the ocean.
Well, no, the ocean's intense. Like, the things that, like, I find, like, IGN videos, like, oh, well, we found this in the bottom of the ocean today. Like, the stuff that people are still coming across in the game, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, whale bones, all sorts of stuff, man. Like, I've seen some pretty crazy videos, like, prehistoric whale bones off the coast near, like, if you're going up the west side of the map on the city, right before the mountains, like, the coastline area, like, the beaches, off there, probably... I'd say a quarter inch, like looking at the map, like with a ruler, like a quarter inch, there's a bunch of prehistoric whale bones at the bottom of the seafloor. So, I mean, I don't know. I've seen a whole bunch of cool stuff online. Like, I'm still very impressed with the game. I'm not going to lie. The multiplayer was kind of disheartening with the fact, like, me and, like, everyone I know has said it, like, the fact that you just can't make a lobby with you and your friends.
Yeah.
Like, the fact I have to play with these 15 random dicks that are just going to run around just aggravating the ever-loving shit out of me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it'll go for a while. I think it's a good game. I think it's solid. I hope that it doesn't win Game of the Year, because I think Last of Us should. One last thing, maybe we'll take a break, is... So we were talking last time, and I don't know if you listened to the podcast or not, Jake, because you weren't here, was we talked about the cost of it, and I looked it up, and I think that they estimate roughly that it costs $260 million to make. That means that they've probably at this point made close to profit-wise $1 billion on it.
Oh yeah, well that's what you think about it. They pretty much made the game value. They made what they spent on the game day one.
Oh, no, more than that.
Yeah, well that's what I think.
They say the game estimate. So even if it would cost $260 million, let's double that. Let's say $250 million, double it. Say it cost $500 million. They made nearly $1 billion.
Yeah.
So their profit margin is $500 million profit. So, I mean, and even if they spend more on advertising and they reinvest back in the game, when it's all said and done, they will probably make close to $750 million profit.
When they start
before
showing
taxes.
out, before they start, we haven't even seen DLC yet. When DLC starts coming out for that game,
$20 a pop,
dude, people are gonna go nuts over it. And then they'll have a Game of the Year edition that drops, and people will buy the Game of the Year edition. Like Bethesda's already getting me for another $40 Tuesday because I love Dishonored. The game was fucking amazing. That'll probably be my next one for the podcast. Will be Dishonored Game of the Year edition, so I can talk about it, and then the DLC for Dodd, because Dodd the Assassin was awesome, and I felt like in the game they barely talked about the guy.
What about, will they do a season pass like BioShock did, you think, for GTA 5? You pay $40 and you get all the DLC.
I could see them doing the season pass. The only reason I don't see Rockstar doing it is because I think they did it with Max Payne and a couple other, like, I think they did it for Max Payne,
L.A. Noire,
yeah, and I don't think a lot of people bought it. Don't get me wrong though, those games much different category though than Grand Theft Auto.
I thought I saw I saw Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts season passes already on Xbox Live.
Yeah, well, no, you can buy it season pass in advance.
I knew there was a game. I couldn't think of what it was. I saw the season pass for already.
All right, let's take a couple minute break here, and we will be back with Act 2.
Have one?
All right, hello and welcome back to Act 2. And we're going to start off with the what if question, and then we'll move into random games of the week. So the what if question is, what if you could go back in time and visit your younger self and show them one system and one game? Which would you take back? Why would you take it back? And what would be the ramifications? You're sitting really close. Did you move?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're all getting really close. Sorry.
Me, you want me to start?
You want to start?
Yeah. It would probably be the PlayStation 2.
Good choice. What game would you take with it?
SOCOM. No doubt.
I thought that was online only.
No.
God, no.
Hey,
First
might as
SOCOM.
well be for me. Because that's the only thing
Well,
I
you wouldn't have
play.
anybody. There would be internet.
Oh, shit.
Well, you're what, 23, so you were 12 years old, 10 years ago. Yeah, there would have been internet. It would have been 2003. The internet would have been going strong.
I don't think the PlayStation Network was really up and going strong, though.
It was just SOCOM.
Yeah.
SOCOM, Baldur's Gate,
No, you only take one game.
No, I'm saying what games were online at that time.
So you would take SOCOM back. Now, do you think, how would this change, you think, you as a gamer?
I would play more shooters. I never played shooters until SOCOM.
So you think you wouldn't be playing, like, League and Dota and...
League's the only thing I play that's like that. I only play League because my friends play it a lot. Other than that, I mainly play shooters and fighters.
Okay.
But...
Yeah, I bet Justin would take a fighter back.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know he would.
He'd probably take, like, Injustice back. Be like, now you need to get really good so you can beat everybody's ass.
Play nothing but Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I think I would probably take back my 360, and I would tell myself not to become an achievement whore. No, I'm just kidding. No, I probably would take back my 360, and I'd probably take back Mass Effect, the first one. Because
good choice.
It would show the scale of what games would be doing. Because at that age, if I was taking back to my 8, 9, 10-year-old self, I was big into RPGs. I would show myself. Look what they would come to, and I don't think it would change me all that much, but it would definitely make me want to maybe go in the direction of becoming a developer of video games. Be like, look what you can do. You can create these masterpieces. You can make a good living at it. And I think it could have changed little Emsa's idea of what I wanted to be growing up. I really think it could have influenced me to want to be a video game developer.
Personal note, it would have made you hate the second Mass Effect when you got older. You'd been like, this is trash! The first one was fucking amazing! It was a real role-playing game!
Then when I go back in time again to beat my own ass for showing my little younger self that, would I get an infinite loop?
An infinite loop, you would get a fucking Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Emsa loop.
Emsa loop. That should be the name of the podcast. The Emsa loop.
Emsa
Emsa. We'll have to work on the spelling on that. All right, what would you take back?
I really don't know. Like, as much as I would like to say something like current generation, I probably wouldn't. Because I really don't think there was anything that was truly, like, overly awe-inspiring. I probably would scoop up probably a PS1 and go back and get myself fucking playing, I don't know, probably actually, I know exactly what I'd have taken myself.
Final Fantasy? Not
Final Fantasy 7, no, God, no, there's better games than that. I'd have probably went back with, like, it's a really hard one. I don't know, because my video game taste has not changed much since my childhood. Like, I played some fighting games, then I started playing Final Fantasy, and then I played role-playing games.
I know,
my whole life.
You were, how old were you when you were playing Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo?
I think though I had a NES. I bought the first Final Fantasy at a yard sale when I was like 5. Had no idea how to play it. Used to just play and get my ass kicked and aggravated for every 45 minutes I would try. But I'd probably go back with probably Suikoden. The reason I say that though is because it's one of my favorite role-playing games. When the first time I played it,
It's on PSP?
PS1.
PS1.
Yeah, I would go back with the PS1. I love the PS1. It would just prepare me to know that when I saw the 64, I'd be like, trash!
And you'd be okay with getting it.
Like, I would have told my parents at that age, like, if I'd go back and show myself that, like, I'd have been like, now remember, this comes out on this day. You must hound their asses. And I'd have got one then.
You know, it's weird that none of us said, and maybe it just proves of how much nerdy gamers we are, and we're not casual at all, is that I think most people, they wouldn't have said a console at all. They would have said this.
I thought that.
They would have taken this back to show in their childhood, be like, look what you're going to be able to do, and the games you're going to be able to play on your phone.
Mine would be the opposite.
Which would blow people's minds.
Don't get me wrong, I agree, but I don't play any games on my phone. I try not to because, A, they're usually just mind-numbing and time-consuming, and I'd rather play a real game.
But don't you think that's the biggest gaming market right now, are phones?
Not really. I think it's arguable. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talk of that, but I don't think mobile gaming's going to take over gaming.
No, it's not. I don't know why people keep saying that.
It's a good, it's no different than you having a PS Vita or a 3DS or anything like that. The only difference is you can make phone calls on that.
Yeah.
I almost fucking still feel like the app I want for my phone is phone. Like, I just want it to be a phone. Like, work like a phone. Please, God. Like,
yeah.
Don't drop my calls.
Like, yeah, like...
If I were to go back in time, I would have, I don't remember what it was, but the first smartphone I bought was $300. I would have that in my back pocket and be like, by the way, don't ever buy this piece of shit.
$300 waste your fucking money. But no, I mean, I read it on like an online thing about that one day. They were saying, like, it was the thing, like, oh, if someone from the future or from the past came to the future, if you showed them, like, what would be the one thing you showed them? Most people said a cell phone, like nowadays cell phone. Don't get me wrong, you blow my mind. Oh, as a kid, you showed me a goddamn smartphone. Like, as a kid, like, don't get me wrong, like a smartphone game would look like this shit because we played played Super Nintendo. You were your own NES. Like, you seeing the graphics there.
You would think it's something out of sci-fi. You'd be like, no way, I'm dreaming right now.
I have a Super Nintendo emulator on my tablet.
But, like, being, like, a legit, like, console-based thing, like, don't get me wrong, though. I mean, the mobile market for gaming is there. People do play a lot of games on the go. I mean, I can't say anything. I bought Alive Forever. I've bought, Plague Inc., the game where you make the disease and try to wipe out all humanity. It's stupid. It just shows it's an atlas with dots that you poke on the screen. It's literally, they got me for $3, but I love playing it. When I do play it, it's just, I don't know.
So that'll take a nice segue. So that was excellent. Is my random game of the week is called Star Command, and I bought it I bought the Humble Bundle for like $4.75, and I got all the normal games, and I got the 2 bonus games. And so I got Star Command, and it's this stupid little game where you click on people and choose their jobs, and then you send them to certain rooms on your starship to certain functions, and then you have like text-based battles between aliens and stuff. I wasted 2 or 3 hours playing it today. I played it at breakfast. I played it, while I was sitting at home. I was kind of reading some comics and playing on my phone at the same time. My ADHD gets the best of me, but it's just like this stupid little silly game to just kind of waste time. Like if you're sitting in a doctor's office, you just pull it out. You check your email if you have service. You check your Facebook real quick, and then you're done. So then you play on a game. And it's just all these stupid little games. And I got it for basically for nothing because I paid minimal amount. I got like 8 games for the Droid on the Humble Bundle 2 Droid sale thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're up to 9, I think, normally.
Yeah, but this is called the Humble Bundle Droid.
Yeah, it must be the second one.
And it's the second one. So, and it's kind of crazy that these little mind-numbing games have taken such precedent because it allows you to play anywhere, waste time, so you don't get bored on whatever you're actually waiting to do. If you're waiting to get your oil change or, whatever.
Like I said, like the one that used to give me was, you ever play the browser game called Evany?
No.
It was like, kind of like it's a RTS sim type game. You make your own like little medieval country. You got your little town, and you make like you got like if you go outside your town, or you got your little city where you make like your barracks and you make houses, you can make all your stupid stuff for your people that you need to upgrade stuff. Then you go outside of there and it's got other empty lots where you make like farms, lumber yards, coal mines, stuff like that for your supplies. And it's literally they ended up making games like Kingdoms of Camelot, I think is one of them, and stuff like that for the smartphones. And I'm not gonna lie, when I used to have a computer, I used to play Evany religiously. Like, it was one of them stupid games that was very time based. So like, if you started construction on something, it didn't like construct in 30 seconds. It was like, this item takes 24 hours. Mm-hmm. So you go log in every couple days, check your stats, make sure your people are building. The more and more you started playing it, the less time you had to put into it. It seemed, unless you became one of the pay people, and that's what killed me. Is if you microtransaction, it just didn't feel fair.
Yeah. Well, let me let you keep talking. You do have a random game of the week. You can steal Justin's Xeonia. He said you played that?
The app?
The app game? Well, actually, I was going to say I do have a random game of the week.
Okay.
Honestly, I got Galaga Legions on the PS3. It was free for PlayStation Plus last month. I think it still might be. They literally took Galaga and kind of fucked it up and made it cooler, but still kind of fucked it up. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love old school Galaga.
How did they change it?
Old school Galaga, you can't really go forward. You can go forward, I think, like, I don't even know. In the original one, you couldn't. You just went left and right. There was no going forward at all.
Yeah, you go back and forth. You stay at the bottom of the screen.
Now you can go completely forward, completely back, all over the screen. You can go anywhere your ship can go.
More like asteroids.
Yeah, more like asteroids. They also made it to where you can use the directional right stick, and whichever direction you're pointing off to, that's the direction you shoot in. So you can shoot behind you to the left and right. They have different phaser types. Like, they have one where it concentrates all your shots in the one direction you point.
This sounds awesome.
Or they have one where, like, don't get me wrong, though. I say they fucked it up, but I played it for, like, 7 hours. Like, I beat the whole game on every mode already. Like, I'm a really big Galaga nerd. Like, I really like playing it. The reason I say they fucked it up, though, is because I do like the old school Galaga. They didn't incorporate it at all. The game looks beautiful. Like, graphics-wise, they made all the aliens look really cool. Like, the ships look cool. They even have old school ships. Like, you can get the asteroids type ship. You can get the old Galaga ship. You can get the old, like, ship from one of the games that looked like a Y-Wing, the Y-Bomber from Star Wars. Like, it's really cool. Like, I love the game, but, like, I just wish they would have added a mode that was classic.
Yeah, I didn't.
New graphics, classic gameplay. I'd have loved it.
I've played it. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I guess I went in thinking, oh, cool, Galaga. And it's like, what the hell is it?
Yeah, well, did you play it on PC? Or
no, 360.
All right. It was right thing second. I gotta ask.
He's all 360 tonight.
I know. I'm a very
360
very happy.
fanboy. Punch you in the face.
But no, I will agree with you. At first, like I said, the first match I was like, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep playing. And like I said, 6-7 hours later, I've like wiped out the entire game.
Now, are there upgrades to it, or?
Not really. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple different parts when you kill like a certain amount of enemies, or if you do this, like you shoot this enemy and it explodes a bunch of stuff. Like
Do you get double ships?
well,
or
no, you get a
something?
black hole. That's what it is. You get these black holes. When you blow up the black hole, you'll get not only you don't get double ships. Like you see, you know in the old games, like there were all the little like fly-looking spaceships. Like there would be a crap ton of them flying around this black hole. You shoot through them, blow up the black hole. It sucks them all in, and like it like time paradox, warp, different dimensions, some shit turns them onto your side. So you end up with like a fleet of spaceships behind you, and they're
Yes!
all fucking shooting. That's probably the part that I keep loving. I'm like, like you
My
get
horde of minions.
yeah, and like the last level for every like set, because usually you have like waves. Like you have 8 waves, you have a minute and a half to do them, and then once you do the 8 waves, it goes to the next set level, and then you do the waves, and you go to the next set level. When you get to the last set level, it's literally like gives you like 100 waves, and you got like 6 minutes to do them all. There was one of them I did 47 waves in like next to no time, and it was only because I did so well when I got the black hole, I blew it up, and the fleet of them I got behind me, I did not lose one of them until like wave 28. Once I started losing them, it started like they just started to ticker off after that. It was like da 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 da.
You played it on 360. How much did you get it for free, or?
I think I just downloaded a demo.
Oh, demo.
Yeah.
So-
I don't own it.
And what's it called again? Galaga.
Galaga Legions.
All right, so if you would like to try Galaga Legions, if you're an old school player, or you just want to try something new that is based off an older game, then check that out on 360 for a demo. I'm sure PS3 has a demo too.
I'm sure they do. I think it would have been better on the Vita though. I think it would have
yeah.
been.
I
I think
feel
it would have been a great handheld game.
I feel like it would have been better if they would have just called it Legions. Not expecting Galaga.
Yeah, probably.
Zeno Clash.
Zeno Clash is on sale right now for 99 cents. I highly recommend it. It's a first-person fighting game.
On
The 360.
Buck.
It's $1 right now.
No Microsoft points anymore. So it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
real
right.
dollar.
Big kid money.
Big
they
kid
tax your ass for too.
Yeah.
Jews. No offense to any Jewish people.
It's a fighting game. You press A to block. You can lean to either side. You can also, when they hit you, deflect
Parry 'em.
it.
Does it feel? Is this a Virtual Boy game? They had the boxing game on Virtual Boy.
Oh, I never played it.
He's,
I know.
he's too young.
I know. Yeah, that went over your head. Anyway, first-person boxing game.
You press Y to lock on. Right trigger is light attacks, and you can hold it down and do a combo. Left trigger is a heavy attack, and you can do things like you can sprint and do an attack, and it's like an elbow crush. You slam it in their face.
Does everybody have the same moves or anything, or are there different
Pretty
moves?
much.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter what character you pick?
There's only one character. I'm playing single player. There is a co-op mode, which it's called Tower Mode. You just kill a bunch of guys and you move up the tower.
It's first-person fighting?
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
That is weird.
But
99% of fighters are always...
Third or 2D, but
Yeah.
at least a third person type thing. It is weird, but I don't know. I know that back in the day, Namco was working on a game like that they were talking really highly of. I don't know if they ever actually published it because I know it was supposed to be kind of like a Tekken-y type game, but it was supposed to be a first person fighter. I don't know. It's always thrown me the idea of them, but then again, I look and I think about games like Condemned or even Chronicles of Riddick,
Yeah.
and like they were much more hands on. Like you weren't using a sword or a gun like in those first person.
this is more.
Or Breakdown on the Xbox.
Oh yeah,
Remember
I
that
don't
one?
think I ever played Breakdown.
I think I did.
Or wait, was that where the guy's arm like?
Yeah.
That was a Namco game.
Yeah, and you could punch guys like halfway across the screen and stuff.
Yeah, that's the Namco game that I was just talking about.
And supposedly that was the first game to have vomit or something. Or like the first person view, you see a person vomit or something like that.
Hey,
Yeah. I was like, is that a big claim to fame? I guess. I don't know.
Lord. But this is more like a fighting game because when you enter an area, it'll say versus, and it'll show all the guys you're fighting. You can pick up weapons, you can pick up firearms. In this game, the art and the world that you're in is freaking crazy. Like the chick that follows you around has just giant horns coming out of her head, kind of like the guy from Catherine. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like that. And the guy you're playing is like, he kind of looks like a Native American type thing. The whole thing looks like Native Americans on crack. And like right now I'm fighting these guys called the Corwids, and they're all really crazy, creepy masks, and they're just psychos. But the thing is that they're free. They can do whatever they want. I don't know a whole lot about the story, but your character has killed father, mother, and now your family is coming after you. But the Corwids are the free people. Like, they're crazy. Like, there's one guy, I can't remember his name, but he looks like, what's the guy from Spider-Man with the dome over his head? Mysterio. He looks like Mysterio, and he's got a stick, and he's driving himself. Like, he goes in a straight line because he can.
How long do you think this game is? Like, how long have you played it?
It's probably a few hours long. I've probably put 2 or 3 hours into it. I played it a lot. I bought it, and I started playing. I'm like, this is really dumb. And I started getting into it and starting to get into the combos. It's fun to be able to, like, knock that guy out and turn around and smack that guy. You feel like a badass. And then you can pick up firearms and shoot that guy and knock him down for a second. And there's pistols, there's rifles, there's crossbows, there's spears, there's hammers you can pick up.
Now, is it a rail? Are you like...
No, it's not an open world. But
Okay,
it's not
but-
like
So
on
you
rails
move your
or anything.
character around, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you do move your character around. Because at first, it sounded like it was an on-rail fighter game, and now you're saying it's more like a first-person shooter with,
It is.
with heavy melee.
It is a
focus.
first-person shooter,
Okay.
essentially, but with punches. And, like, the firearms are tools. They're not ways to kill people. Like,
So is it more like Condemned?
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh,
Well,
well,
condemned.
it's about
Yeah.
30 minutes and any more randomness stuff. Sorry you weren't here, Justin. We love you and miss you.
I got nothing.
All right, so we will be back in a couple weeks, and what will we be talking about next time? You said,
I'll probably have a good bit on, or I know I'm going to beat Dishonored again.
all right, so you'll have to, I'm going to get Beyond Two Souls. I'm going to have that to talk about.
I should hopefully be able to, I probably possibly have gotten my hands on it as well, so I'll be able to jump in there with you on that one.
What are you going to be playing?
I'm going to be playing more Ascend.
Okay. Oh, you can talk about Ascend next time.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming out, guys.
It's awesome.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah.